The router table. You're expecting a joke, weren't you? Well, this time you're not getting one. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. Why do scientists in Antarctica wash their clothes in tide? Because it's too cold outside. Ha ha ha. Okay. The router table. Used in this class for cutting a decorative edge. An edge which is rounded over. Only used for wood. No plastics, no metals, no nothing like that. And you also have to realize that the machine is pretty loud and annoying. Router table has a whole bunch of parts to it. It has the fence, the guard, the table, and the router bit. Router bit you can't really see very well in this picture. It's what actually does the cutting. Router table rules are simple. Wood has to be at least 12 inches long, just like everything else in this class. Fence always has to be in place and locked down. The guard always has to be in place and locked down. You always feed your wood from right to left. And you have to wear hearing protection if it bothers your ears at all because of the whine. And finally, at the end of the period, you always have to clean out the inside of the machine. It builds up sawdust.
When you put the bit into the collet,
check out
drop it down to the bottom, then bring it back about 1/4 of an inch, and then just snug up that nut. Then you'll want to tighten that nut down, and you're going to want to have that nut fairly tight. Okay.
Now in this class, only I get to change the router bit.
The next thing I want to do is to lower this bit.
Students don't touch the router bit at all.
In my case, I can do that from on top of the table. And I want to make sure that bit, the edge of that bit is absolutely level with the top of the table. And that's that right about there. The next thing I want to do, because this bit has a bearing on it, I want to isolate this bearing so that it's absolutely straight across on the fence. And to do that, I put a straight edge across that, move that fence so that it's just touching that bearing, then snug down both sides of that fence. What that does is it allows the wood to flow from right to left, because that's the direction we want the wood to go, and all that will touch the wood is the actual bit. This bearing has now been isolated. It really serves no purpose in this application. Okay, let's just go ahead now and run our test wood through the router.
Rounding over the edge, exactly what all of you are going to be doing in this class with this machine. Okay, so that's the router table. It's used mostly for cutting a decorative edge. Always right to left. You're going to have a test on this. You have to pass it with at least a 95%. If you have any questions, let me know.